The island of Malta, with a population of roughly 429,000, and her sister island Gozo, with almost 37,000 inhabitants, have since the dawn of civilization been synonymous with history, heritage and culture. Testament to all this is the ancient capital city of Valletta. Malta and Gozo streets are truly imbued with a unique kind of magic. Amy loved these streets. They were full of beautiful old houses and many, many stories. But this was no ordinary day. Today, her friends Crystal and Dan have come all the way from Gozo, and together they want to find a special house. A house that speaks of history and heritage. A house to save for the future generations. Because the children know that they, the next generation, have to play a part in the preservation of our common heritage. And without their love and concern, such beautiful old treasures may be lost. So today, the children are on a quest to find their future home. A quest that might lead them anywhere. It was as though the house itself were inviting them in. They came to the first house, for Amy had heard from the new owners, Jamie and Christabel, that they might find what they wanted here. As they crossed the threshold onto the beautifully tiled floors, the children understood that they too had to play their part in safeguarding the island's heritage. That houses like this one had to be saved for future generations. Walking those rooms and corridors, the children could not but wonder upon who had built them, and who might have lived there throughout all the long years. In every step, the house revealed its many marvels. They liked this house. They liked it very much, but they could not stay. For this could not be their house. They had to find one with their particular kind of magic, and something, somewhere, was calling out to them. Because Amy, you see, had heard that Jamie and Christabel were the proud owners of the first house that they had visited, and they would be able and willing to help the children. And it was different. Jamie's father had built it himself in 1968, and it too was a treasure that needed saving. So many rooms and so much to see, and there were so many houses like this one. If they hoped to find the one that was right for them, the children were going to need help. Someone who would listen to them, who wanted to learn what they wanted, someone who had the experience in saving the real estate heritage of the islands. And Christabel and Jamie were exactly what the children needed, because they had already done their bit by purchasing the first house that the children had visited. Jamie and Christabel would surely help them. Amy, Crystal and Dan loved their cakes, and as they ate and drank their fill, they explained that they were looking for one particular house, a special house just for them. But with all the beautiful houses, they simply did not know where to start. This house, this one house, Amy explained, was where they will find their own unique kind of magic. This was the house they were meant to save. "Oh, I know where that is," said their host suddenly. "That's the oldest house in the village, and it is not so far away from here." And so the children lost no time. Off they went. And so, after much searching, Amy, Crystal and Dan had finally found what they were looking for. The house they were meant to save. The house that once restored would be a jewel to marvel at. Sapphire Properties. Let us help you unlock your unique kind of magic.
There is something special about renovating and conserving a purely Maltese house. Modern apartments and modern buildings, they all seem straight out of the box, there's nothing original about them.
That's the thing about these houses. The moment you step inside, you're in a whole new world. You never know what you might find.
These houses are not just stones and wooden beams. They're they're alive. They are our heritage, and I feel it is up to us to save them.
We actually came across the projects undertaken by Sapphire to preserve and conserve Maltese heritage. We got in contact with them and explained our preferences and our needs for the house that we were looking for.
Sapphire understood what we were looking for. I've always wanted to have a small garden with the house, and when they took us to see the house, we immediately fell in love with it and we decided to go for it.
This house is different from the other one. It was built in 1968 and it is huge. This was the one. I could feel it. This house was talking to us. It wanted us there. This was our house, the one we had been searching for.
The house is beautiful. The cave under the house was part of Christian catacombs. They are more than 2,000 years old.
Sapphire Real Estate Services would like to thank our after-sales associates and the owners of the houses in Vgura and Rabat. We are the locals. We lead by example. We are inviting global citizens investors to support our concept to invest, restore and save them, to be the proud owners of these prestigious properties of our history. A country's heritage is a global world heritage, and it's our duty to save, preserve and protect them. We owe it as a tribute to our ancestors and our future generations. Speak with Sapphire Real Estate Services, large enough to serve, small enough to care.